Hello again. Welcome back to our fourth episode of Food Talk. I'm Paco again, and today I'm talking from a different location and in a different conditions because I'm currently traveling and I'm not in my nice Berlin. And for the Food Talk of today, we have a guest coming from Italy, Deeya Suhokoo. I hope I pronounce it correctly. She's a former volunteer and actually member of the board of the organization Recup. The organization is based in Milan and is a project that aims to fight the food waste and promote active citizenship. So, Deeya, welcome. How
Hello,
are you
hello,
today?
nice. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to talk about Recoup. So I'm very pleased to be doing this interview.
Thank you. And thank you for being with us today and thank you for
Thank
participating
you.
to our project. And let's start immediately. I would like
Yes.
to ask you to introduce yourself and to tell something about you and your story. We were
Okay.
talking the background and actually it was really interesting to listen.
Okay. I'm in Recoup since 2021. And before that, I was searching for something to do, like in the volunteer environment. It was very difficult at the beginning. I'm 30 years old. So I was searching, I think, since when I was 23 or 25, something like that. And I was searching for something that really resonate with my morals and values. And when I encountered Recoup, it was just love at first sight. Um, I don't know. I was in this workshop like for. Um, I decided to participate in this workshop, and when I was there was this representative from Recoup that talk about the association and what they doing and what they want to do in the future. And I was just um, very surprised, and it was just a click. It just clicked at the first time. So I started Recoup in 2021. We were still in the biggest pandemic about coronavirus at the
Mhm.
time, and it was very difficult to navigate also this kind of um, I would say like uh, kind of choice in life um, due to the pandemic. We were very anxious about everything. So it was very nice to get deep into something that was very out of my comfort zone, getting to know new people, getting to know a new activity. So I started doing it. I volunteer. I am still a volunteer in a group. Even I am a board member since 2022, but I'm still volunteering, and it's still a very how would say a very like weekly activity for me.
Okay.
I hope I answered your question.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And I can absolutely, just studying your organization, I understand how it can be inspiring, this kind of project. And also, especially when you met them during pandemic. So for sure, it will have been
Yes,
a very strong impact.
yes.
And that also I wanted to ask, how did you decided actually to start working with food? Was already a topic of your interest? Was already something that you were promoting, maybe in other context or with yourself?
Actually, no. It was not in my interest. It was not something I was thinking about, but I was very interested, and I was doing on my Instagram page. I was talking about sustainable fashion. I started buying secondhand and sustainable things since 2015. and I stopped like buying fast fashion. I stopped giving my money to those colossal places that just wants your money and don't get human rights to their workers, and then they don't give like living wages. um I mean, I think it's something that it, like the word of sustainability, once you are in, you just get involved and interested in everything almost. So I think it was logical for me to
Mhm.
enter into the food kind of, not food, but like, mm, since eating, it's something that we must do, otherwise we will die. Seeing like documentaries, um, and I don't know, like seeing people talking about sustainable things in on YouTube. It was just something that I think it was logical for me, from fashion to zero waste stuff to like buying bamboo toothbrush, reusable pads. I don't know, everything just go like, I would say logically, I ended up in the food environment.
Mm.
And since I was little, my mother was always the one um, who was eating everything we were left over on the plate. And she was like, it's very important to eat everything. Some people don't have food. I was one of those people who, if a banana was not like yellow, not I didn't want a banana to have like, stains, or some um like, things that aesthetically was not pleasing to see on a banana. I was like, I don't want to eat it. I don't. And when I was thinking about all these things just click in my mind, I was just like, Mom, you were right. I mean, those things are just nonsense. Why I would say that, something like that? Like today, I almost everything I eat, like fruit and vegetable. I eat. How do you say? I save it from the beans, because this is what we do in Recup. We save food before they get thrown away. So, I mean, it's just something that comes naturally, I would say, in my journey into a more sustainable lifestyle. So, this is how it started,
Mm.
basically.
I see, I understand. It was already there. You just needed
Yeah,
the
it was
right.
in the back, but it was not like in the front. I don't know how did it come like very important to me. It just something I was saying before. It just clicked right away. I was sold when I heard about Recoup. I was just instantly everything clicked. And since my childhood, since the changes I was doing in my lifestyle, I was just like, okay, that's naturally. I will, accept it, and I will do my best to participate and do whatever I can. I think that the most important thing is when you choose to, when you want to volunteer in something, doing everything, it's not the right choices to make. I think that we must really look inside of us, like what is really important to me, what really would really click. If something doesn't click, you won't do it for a long period of time. So it just happened, and I'm very, very happy it did. I know nothing about food, but now I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I kind of know. I left the basic, but I am intermediate. Like I know more. I know how to navigate the food system, and I would love to know more. It's something that really you want to do and know more. So it's really amazing.
Well, for sure now, me personally, but I think also our audience now, they're very curious. We want to know more about Recup at this point. If it was so impactful, you had this great experience, these great reactions now, and see, as you were saying, you were ready to meet them, and
Yes,
now then you meet them, and now we want to know something more about
of
where,
course.
what are the, what is Recoup, no? What is born? What is the
Okay.
idea behind, how, and where do you work? How do you work?
Yes. So Recoup is a non-profit organization. We some girls back in 2015 came up with this idea. Um, one of them went to France, to Europe, like she was traveling, and she saw this kind of activity in France, and she thought that she wanted to bring it to Italy. So she started in Mercato Via Papignano, which is a market in this street here in Milan, which is one of the biggest open market on the street. She started doing it there, and she met other girls who were interested in the activity, and so the three of them. I'm sorry, but I'm very proud that this association organization was born um, thanks to these three women. So it's very a feminine um,
Initiative,
power. I don't know.
yes.
It's just amazing to think about that, and I'm very proud that it was born from these three women. So they started doing the activity. It was very informal. Then after a year, they see that this would come like this would create something really, really great and amazing. And they decided to make it like a very established activity, and they founded Recoup APS, which is APS in Italy is an association who promotes social activities and interactions between people who live, for example, in the city of Milan, because it is here that we were born, and we are doing the most of the activity in Milan. And since 2021, we are also in Rome. Um, so yeah, we are in two cities for now, but we aim to bring our activities into like everywhere. We hope we can do that. Um, so what is Recoup is an association that um, the activity of the association is based on saving food. So what we do is we intercept the food like in the open markets, so in the street markets, that there are a little like street that are closed and where they do markets during the week. Um, some of us, like some people who live in the area and are part of Recoup as volunteer, we go there at a precise hour. So we have our weekly appointment in those markets, and some merchants know us and know what we do, and so they keep away everything they want to give us, like fruit and vegetable wise. We go there, we save it from them. Some of these stuffs are just things that aesthetically people don't buy just because they have a different like color, or
They're a
they
bit
have,
brownish, so they.
yeah, something like, I don't know. Think about bananas. They are easily, if they get like, when you move them from a place to another, they get maybe like little aesthetics, like I don't know how to say that, but sometimes they get these like black marks, but they are still good inside. So
Sure.
what we do is that we get those kind of fruits and vegetables from the merchant, and we bring everything to our desk, our point where we all like how do I say that? Where we have the appointment, like everybody knows that we are in this place at that hour. So all like the volunteer and the people who benefits from this activity. So everyone who pass by can take the food and take it home and like save it. So this is, I think, I don't know if you understand what
It's
I'm
clear.
trying
It's
to
clear.
say,
Absolutely.
but the distribution from the things that we save to the people who wants to take them is very immediate. So we don't like bring those fruit and vegetables to other associations and other organizations, but from one activity that we do, which is during Thursday, is where there is the big distribution market. It's the one that is most important. That activity is based from association to associations.
Okay.
So Recup go there, and we have our own place since last year. But we started doing the big distribution during the pandemic. So we established this connection between the municipality in Milan. They asked us if we wanted to be part of this project, and we say yes. So it is something that was born during the pandemic to save food, to give it to people who were in need. But then we gained this opportunity to establish ourselves in the big distribution. So we have our own place, we have our own fridge, for example, so we can keep fruits and vegetables from going bad. From there, we can give it to other associations. So from there, it's not like association to private people, but it's association, so Recup, to other association like the Red Cross, or we have Caritas, or we give it to, like, there is also this sanctuary stories in Piedmont, and we give them some of the fruit and vegetable that are not longer that human people can no longer eat, but we can make food for animals. So we are also doing that collaboration, which is amazing. So we have a collaboration to give people who are in needs food, and food, like we give this association what we save, and they give their people who are in needs, who comes to those associations to ask for help. So they gave them like what we save. They can also transform it into something that it's directly eatable, or they give it like pre-made package to those people. So yes, we are. I would say that we are very in the larger. How can I say that? It's quite difficult to find the right words to describe what we do.
No, but I think I understand, because I noticed. So you work basically at the same person by person, and then also with organizations, and then so you have different target groups that you work with. And I think also it's important to underline that the food is collected from you and is donated to the people and to other organizations. So this is really important, and it's really beautiful, the work you are doing.
Yes, we don't ask for money in exchange. It's really a collecting and giving, like as donation. Like people can just pass by. If you see us in a market and you are like, oh, I really want that bananas. Can I take them? And we will be like, yes, of course, you can take them, because our aim is to save it. So everyone who pass by, it doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, where you come from. The most important thing is to give like a new home to those fruits and vegetables. Otherwise, they will be thrown away, like directly into the bin, even though they are still eatable. That they you can still eat it, you can still transform it into something. But mm, people don't buy it because they're aesthetically they are not pleasing to see, or they like, like for example salads, when they comes to like the final days, they are not
Mhm.
like, very blossoming and fresh as first cut. So but you can still eat it, you can still transform it, you can still do something with it. So doing our activities in open market, for us it doesn't matter who passed by. You can take whatever you want, and if you want to make a donation, we accept it. It's not something that we ask, so we don't ask money. But some people are like, oh, I really want to participate, I really want to donate something. So we just say that, you can do it if you want to. You can send us a PayPal. You can go to our website and know more about us. But you don't need to give us money to save the food we collected. Um, but in the big distribution, so the one activity that we do during the week, the one where we volunteer, and where we have this project with the municipality of Milan. That one is a little different because we work from association to association. So
Mhm.
it's still donation. We don't ask for money, but it's not directly to private people. It is something really big. Like for
Mhm.
example, I would just add this example that from the great like big distribution, we have this collaboration with this restaurant here in Milan, that every week we send them like this um, package with whatever we saved from the day, and they take it and they transform it into something that you can eat, and they sell it in their menu on the restaurant. So it is amazing because there is a direct like um, communication and collaboration between Recup and this restaurant, which is Gastronomia 56. Um, they create this plate, and with this plate, if they sell it, a percentage will come to us
Oh,
as
okay.
a donation. So I mean, this maybe it's something that we can answer later, but Recoup really want um, to establish this kind of opportunity and collaboration more and more in the future. And we want also to be in other cities, not only in Milan and Rome, but we really want to um, make the activity bigger and includes like other cities and other
Absolutely.
like
Actually,
restaurants.
we can also go deeper, and you can also explain what is the vision of Recoup, what is the bigger plan.
Yes, of course. I mean, the goal of a group is really to grow bigger. Like we want to conquer. Like, let me say that this word. It's really. I mean, I find it very beautiful if we can conquer other cities and
With your
like,
ideas.
yeah, I mean, and bring our ideas, our project, which is, I think it's a great project. It's not something that will destroy an environment. It is something that will just bring more and more communities. So I think that what is great, what I see as a volunteer and someone who just, let's say that I'm not part of a group right now, but what I see and what's something that really make me like, I really want to do this activity, I really want to be part of it. It's just the fact that it brings people together.
Mhm.
So going and conquering other cities, it's very much like creating this big like network of people, of activities, of association, that we can really create a really big community around it. And I think that our activity is very simple and it's very concrete what we do, that thinking of it in other cities, in other parts of Europe, of the world, is just something amazing. And I think everyone can do it. For example, like we were born in Milan, we were based in Milan, but some people were very interesting, like two boys who are now member of the board. They call us and they said, we love the activity, we love what you're doing, we really want to bring it to Rome. So from these two guys, two young guys, we started creating Recup in Rome, and it was born in 2021. And we are almost at 10 markets open. So we are on 10 markets, like the activity is stable in 10 markets, which is amazing if you think that we are just 2 years old in Rome. So I think it's really a project that everyone can be like, hey, I love your project. I live, I don't know, in Verona, and I really want to bring it to our city. I really want to take, the responsibility and everything that comes with it, and bring it to our own city and create this community. We will be like, yes, of course, you can do it. We can guide you. We can come with you and do it. And it's just our project. I think it's amazing. If you think that it's a very simple activity. We bring people together. We bring, like, it doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, or whatever you come from. We bring people together.
It's
So we
absolutely
are there.
is accessible from anyone. Absolutely no
Yes,
restrictions, no conditions.
the accessibility is very important for us. Everyone can be part of it. It doesn't matter your gender, your what you do in life. It doesn't matter. But as long as you want to pursue and bring the same values that we have here in Recoup, then you are welcome.
And I also, uh, I think, yeah, it's absolutely, inspiring, and I really hope for you to expand even more. And actually, I want to encourage our audience, if you want to start this activity in your city, just get in contact with them. So we will help you.
If you are from, I don't know, Marrakesh, then we are coming. I'm joking, but it is really
No, we are
nice.
not so joking. It's doable. It's possible. And also exploring your website, that also you can find in the description, and all the possible links to get in contact with the COOP. We also noticed, beside your again activities in this level with people, with again with other organizations, also with, say, you work with companies, but you also have a more creative side.
Yes,
That we
we
noticed.
do.
And can you talk about it? Because it's really also interesting, your methodology, and will be very beautiful to know
Yes,
more.
we are also doing workshops with kids. So we have this, one of the founder of our group came up with this idea that some foods, like some vegetables, can be let me upcycling. Let's just say that, like that, upcycling into colors. So sometimes we save, like, some vegetables that are no longer eatable. We gave them this new life that they can be colors. And what we do with the kids is that we have this workshop where they can color on paper using vegetables. So we use, like, vegetable spices like curry. We used coffee. So the coffee you drink by, the capsule one, we open them and we transform them into colors. For example, coffee brings out the brown color, and like curry becomes like something yellowish. And we have also spirulina, which is an alga, that can be green. we have cabbage, like the red one, that can be like a sort of purplish color. But sometimes if you mix all of them together, they bring out the black. So we came up with it. They came up with this idea, like the girl, and we bring this workshop to kids, but we also bring them awareness. So it's something that it's not only by it's not only coloring, but when we do these workshops, we ask them if they know where these colors come from. How come we have so little colors? Like we don't have like 300 colors. We only have like 10 colors. So they are like, oh, but I really want to use the blue. I really want to use the pink. There is no pink. But we are like, yes, but you can create colors. You can mix them. You can use your creativity. You can fantasize uh, different colors. Like what you're creating can have different colors. You can give them the colors you want. You don't have to be specific, or it doesn't have to be that specific color. You can just create something new. So we ask them, like we make quizzes. We let them smell the colors, because the colors have a very funny smell because they comes from organic things. They comes from things that we eat on a daily basis. So it's very interesting what comes up, what these kids uh, wants to talk about. They get really into the idea, and sometimes we start sharing like recipes with kids, because they are like, oh, my mothers do that, my fathers do use like apple skin to do that, and etc. And you're like, oh wow, so you know how to save food from waste. So it's very interesting. So we get to exchange um, thoughts. Like I'm 30 years old, and sometimes we exchange thoughts with kids that are 8, 10, sometimes 5. So it's very interesting what everything what this activity can bring to us, but also to the kids. So it's yes, we do also this activity as building awareness from young age around food waste.
Amazing. Okay, I think now we have a real complete and detailed picture of Recup work. And just to end, I personally, and I think in the name of all the network, we wish you good luck for all your activities, and we wish you to
Thank
grow.
you.
And hopefully, we will meet one day live in person. So,
Of
and
course, it will be a very pleasure to everyone who are listening. Please, if you come to Milan and if you want to do something different from, like, I don't know, your holidays, maybe you are coming here for holidays and you want to have like one day of doing volunteering stuff around food waste, we are there. We can absolutely um, give people this opportunity to discover us, of course.
perfect. Okay, so we can close our conversation. And thanks again, Deeya, and see you soon, everybody. Remember to add your questions for the next guest coming, and we are in touch for the next episode. Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much. Bye.